But he does a phenomenal job, and actually he's sort of like, oh, those aren't white flies, those are aphids, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm just like, man, oh man.
He lives and breathes it. That man knows his stuff.
Unbelievable. So yeah, be sure to send us an email if you've got any questions regarding your personal garden.
Okay, let's talk about what Bridget Ryan's covering right now, and that's the fact that there are dogs in our city that have a personal trainer. Our first thought was, heck, get them outside and get them running, but apparently there's a whole bunch more to it. In fact, we even have some copies of Franco's book for giveaway. So 412-2790, first 3 callers through, your dog's health straight from a dog personal trainer, so he knows of which he speaks.
All right, sounds good. We are going to check back in with Bridget right now on the heels of that, so why don't we hand things off? Hey, Bridget.
Okay, thank you very much. We're having an absolutely intriguing conversation with Franco. He has written this new book, Your Dog's Health, A Natural Guide to Health, Happiness, and Harmony for Your Canine Companion. I think it's pretty much well known that people sometimes choose dogs over children, and sometimes their dogs are their children. People love their animals, and this is Franco. He's back with us to talk about your initial sort of examination of how to become a more healthy, functioning human being, and how that health sort of pursuit transferred onto dogs. And so I left our viewers last talking about allergies, Frankie. Frankie.
I've been called worse.
Franco, sorry. I have an Uncle Frankie, and anyway. But Franco, you said that they actually have allergies.
Well, absolutely. And the interesting fact is that, you know, allergies and asthma are increasing tremendously. The rates in humans are skyrocketing. One of the reasons is the pollutants in the air. The other reason is processed food. Processed food kind of loads our cells so that they react more profoundly and more intensely to triggers such as pollutants. Now, interesting thing is that we see asthma in humans increasing, but those same enzymes that line our respiratory tracts line the skin of our cats and dogs at the same proportion. So they manifest a lot of these allergies primarily on their skin, and we see a lot of itching and dermatitis and pruritus and things develop in them, and these conditions, the rates in which we see them in animals have been increasing tremendously over the last 10 or 15 years as pollutants in the environment end up becoming more dense in our environment.
What can we do though then?
So the thing is that we can't control a lot of the things in our environment, but we can control how our cells are loaded to these triggers. And what we do is we need to eat foods that are more whole, choose less processed foods, because the heat that's used to process a lot of our foods, a lot of our pets' foods, in fact, the heat used to process their foods is much higher than the heat used in our foods, because they're trying to destroy a lot of the microbes. It destroys the proteins, and those proteins and the grains that are often added to the food react to form compounds that increase the intensity of those allergic reactions. And so we choose the right foods to subdue the cell's potential or intensity to the reaction, but we can also add antioxidants that are target specific for the skin so that the animal is better able to tolerate a lot of the pollutants that we have no control over.
Are we feeding our dogs then blueberries? Like, is it the same antioxidants that we're told to eat for our dogs?
It's very interesting that you say that. They're similar antioxidants, although quercetin's one of them. A lot of them, you know, we can gain from many berries, but they have to be delivered in a form that's conducive to their gastrointestinal tract. They have a different digestive system. It transits faster than ours. It's shorter than ours, different enzymatic profile, and as a result, they have to be delivered in a way that's conducive to their absorption.
It's almost like you're talking about a diet book that is good for yourself as well as your pet.
Absolutely. You can learn a lot about yourself at the same time.
I feel like you're talking about we in the collective sense of like me and Sexy and Stuart, because we have yet to meet Sexy. And I want to just quickly introduce, well, I'm going to leave you for 1 second, Franco. And you are?
I'm Clarice Russell.
And you're with Pet Planet, who are one of the many pet stores, and I believe all Pet Planets have your dog's health. This is Stuart. Hello, Stuart. And this is Sexy that's in your lap, which I think is hilarious. His name is actually Sexy?
You got it. We did not name her, by the way.
Oh, and it's a she, too. Well, watch this. Just in case you don't believe us. Sexy. Yeah, that's right. Who's sexy? Who's sexy? Yes, you are sexy.
And Stuart.
Oh, and poor Stuart is like, but I'm Stuart. I'm sexy, too. as somebody that obviously works a lot with animals, this must be just a long time coming for you.
Most definitely. I think it can help myself and our customers in a great degree.
Which is wild, Franco. I love this idea that you can sort of get healthy with your pet. I'm not even remotely done yet with the conversation having. We're still going to talk about longevity. I think a lot of people don't even think about that, but it is something you should think about. The pet longevity can actually be something that we can help and assist in ourselves as well as our dog. And we're going to come back and talk about performance, energy, all stemming from the diet, and all the information coming from one man named Franco Cavaleri, and he's going to tell us more about that later.
Decide either marry or break up.
Hitched or ditched. 10 tomorrow on City.